Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of voice of radio. So today we got a couple of premium collections that we need to have a little bit of a look at. And let's start off with Tyranitar EX. There is a Tyranitar EX premium collection which is coming, and I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say this seems like a very, very cool product. Here's the official description. Hit back, hit hard, Tyranitar EX. Tyranitar EX has no trouble striking twice as a lightning-type Terra Pokemon. Once you evolve it from Larvitar to Pupitar, you'll have access to 2 huge attacks for not much energy. A full set of card sleeves help keep your deck looking great, and after the battle's done, you can put this special Pokemon on display in a durable card protector featuring a handy magnetic closure. What do you get? Edged foil card featuring Tyranitar, 2 foil cards featuring Larvitar and Pupitar, 6 Pokémon TCG booster packs, a magnetic card protector with display base, and 65 sleeves. And a code card if you're into that. Is this any good? Well, it really depends. Like, in terms of the quote-unquote promo cards, they're really not promo cards. Now, the Larvitar and Pupitar are foil cards, so depending on the finish there, they might get some special, it might be a special kind of card in terms of the foiling and all of that, and that could then give you something a little bit extra, a little bit special, something new that we didn't have before, which is cool. But that's about it. In terms of the Tyranitar, it's not a new card. Like, it's just genuinely not a new card. It is the same card that we've had for a little while now. It is your lightning-type Terra Tyranitar. And the problem with having a card like the Tyranitar that we've had for a little while at this stage is that we know exactly how good it is, or unfortunately in the case of Tyranitar, how good it isn't. And it's not just me saying I don't like the card. It's me saying, well, it's been out a while. Surely if it was good, forgive the cyclical nature of this argument, it would be good. Now, I do like the idea of single energy 120, but I don't like milling the top 2 cards of my deck. And I do like 250 damage for 2 energy. And you only need any damage count on any of your bench Pokemon, which is cool, but 250 isn't a key number. 280 is a key number for getting V-stars, but it doesn't do 280, does 250. And I like being a lightning Pokemon that attacks for darkness energy, but it actually gets kind of annoying because, like, you can't use electric generator because you're not a lightning Pokemon. And it's awkward, frankly. It's an awkward Pokemon that just doesn't really work like you might hope that it does. I think there's a little bit of potential here, but I don't think any more than that. I think there is a little bit of potential here. Now, obviously, there's always a possibility that it might end up being much better in the future. Of course, it could turn out that in the very near future, something happens and we go, oh, well, hang on a second. Now I love Tyranitar EX. Now that Terra Tyranitar is absolutely what I'm looking for. That's always a possibility. But right now, it's fair to say it's not that great. And it really does seem like this is just a straight reprint, not an alternate art or alternate foil or any of that. It is just the exact same card we've already got. So we have the same EX we've already got, and we have the same Stage 1 and Basic, although admittedly potentially with a different foil pattern, and that's what you're relying on here. Maybe a different foil pattern, and then you've got your magnetic card protector and your sleeves. And look, if you're a fan of Tyranitar, you're probably going to buy this. The sleeves are cool and they're exclusive. The little display frame thing is nice. It's not necessary, but it's kind of cool. And it's going to look cool as a sealed product. But it's one of those where I think if you find it on sale, you're going to be absolutely loving it. And if you're a Tyranitar fan, I think you're going to be absolutely loving it. But I do get the feeling here that as just an ordinary product, it's honestly a little bit disappointing. Sorry about that. But that's alright. Maybe you're not after Tyranitar. Maybe you're after Serena. And what we've got here is honestly a pretty similar kind of product. Now, we do have a release date here of August the 30th, which doesn't seem to be a placeholder. It is a Friday, and a placeholder would potentially be 31st. So I'm believing it's the 30th, although, again, not confirmed. And what we've got here is honestly a very similar kind of product. And you get yourself Serena EX. And you get yourself the 2 evolutions, or the pre-evolutions, 6 packs, a set of sleeves, and a magnetic card holder. Now, one of the things that's weird to me straight off the bat here, why are they not Serena sleeves? Like, the Tyranitar product, you look at that and you're like, oh, it's a Tyranitar product with Tyranitar sleeves. That makes perfect sense. I get this. I don't know why Serena has random Pokeball sleeves. It doesn't really make much sense to me at all, honestly. Sorry about that. And what's even worse is that the look we've got at the back is so bad here, it's kind of awkward to read. Let's see if I can read this. Serena EX makes a frosty appearance as a type-shifted Terra Pokemon. Evolve it from Bounsweet and Steenie, then use its 2 strong attacks to keep it in the battle while you whittle away your opponent's forces? Let's go for that. A full set of card sleeves helps keep your deck looking great, and after the battle is done, you can put this special Pokemon on display in a durable card protector featuring a handy magnetic closure. Oh, I'm a little proud of that. This is blurry, and I'm pretty sure I just did a decent job reading it. Except for that one word, which I'm going to forgive myself for. Point is, it's very similar to Tyranitar, but it's got sleeves that make no sense. I don't understand this. I don't understand why they... And they're cool enough sleeves, don't get me wrong. I just don't understand why we get these sleeves. Unless they just kind of had them lying around. Like, there is a possibility here that these sleeves were made for something else. And they're just, somebody was just like, look, mate, we got these sleeves, let's just use them. That is a possibility. They look kind of familiar to sleeves we've seen before. Like, there was a card pouch bag back with Scarlet and Violet 1 that was released in Japan that had this design. Am I thinking that were there sleeves like this, or was it just a card pouch? Either way, this isn't new artwork. Like, we've literally had this before. Somebody somewhere has gone, look, we've got this image lying around, let's use that for the sleeves. It's not a terrible idea. Maybe. I don't know. They're cool enough sleeves. I just don't think it makes a huge amount of sense, and I'm just putting that out there. And you can feel free to agree with me or disagree with me. Again, the pre-evolutions are likely to have some kind of foiling. Well, I know they do have foil. So if they're not just regular reverse hollows, they could be exclusive. The sleeves, I believe, are exclusive, especially in the West. And you've got the magnetic card case thing, which obviously here is blue for water rather than yellow for lightning. But again, it is just going to be a regular Serena. Don't expect this to be a new kind of card. Don't expect it to be alternate art or any of that. It is just going to be a straight reprint of the one from Paradox Rift. But this one actually has seen a little bit of love. It is a stage 2, but for a single energy, you put damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon until its remaining HP is 30. And there are some fun little combos that can be made here, like for instance Frostlass that during Pokemon Checkup puts 1 damage counter on each Pokemon with an ability. So you can potentially, put them down to 30 HP remaining, and then, if you've got 3 Frostlass on the bench, that will take them down, for argument's sake. There are ways to play around with this. It's not a top-tier deck, and I'm not pretending it is, but whereas Tyranitar has just seen absolutely no play and love whatsoever, I do see this popping up here and there, and it's generally as a kind of won this little tournament over in Japan kind of thing. No one's pretending this is a ridiculous deck, but I do think it's worth pretending this is a viable deck, and that's kind of cool. Either way, though, we have a couple new premium collections. You can tell they are very much kind of mirror images of each other. They are the same kind of product with just different EXs and different sleeves, different color clip case, however you want to phrase it. But they are essentially the same products, and that's kind of cool. I like this. But I've told you all about it now, so now it's over to you guys. Is this the kind of stuff you're going to be looking out for? Are you going to be picking these up? Or is this a pass from you? Let me know in the comment section. Get us. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely Evan Parker, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.